welcome to this episode of Cooking with Carter. I'm your host, DJ Carter. Happy to have you with us today. We are very happy to have Max behind the camera once again.
Yay!
You'll notice in a couple of episodes this season, my friend Jamie from DC came down and helped us out. We were very lucky to have him come down, but once again, we have Max behind the camera. Thank you, God. All right, so...
Hey, spring break.
All right. Yeah, he's on spring break now from school, and everything seems to be going well, so we're going to do like 900 shows in 3 days, and that's going to be the...
But today we're doing...
nachos! All right, so we're going to do actually Nacho Supremes, which are what I call heavy-built nachos. I used to get them
real manly.
Yeah,
nachos.
I used to get them as a kid from a family restaurant we used to go to. I'm not sure if it's still in business now, Zeno's Pizza. Used to go down there, man. Oh my God. And the orders that they would bring out are so ginormously huge. So what we're going to do is go over just a couple of ingredients. What you're going to see in front of me here, these little green peppers, they on the jar it says pepperoncinis. But I mean, I know these as poblanos. I mean, they're hot, but they're not like
They're like mildly hot. They're like just barely like you'll notice a little bit of kick.
You got a jalapeno sitting here and a poblano or a peppercini. You're going, oh my God, jalapeno! Oh, peppercini, nice to see you. I mean, it's just kind of a light.
It's like jalapeno's hot, and it's like eating ice cream, like this little pepper over
right,
there.
Right.
It's kind of like how it is.
All right, so a couple things. A pepper's heat comes from the seed inside the pepper. Okay.
Where's that one I could have?
Actually, that one is. Oh. Gotta find it. Hold on, looking for it.
It's hidden. I'll take. There we go.
All right, you can see in here, actually,
there we go,
the seeds. Now, Max had asked off camera, do I want to de-seed these? In a hot pepper, yes. You want to cut it open down the middle and de-seed it. Now, you can leave the seeds in there if you like the extra heat. But that's where you're going to get that bite and the heat from is the seed itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually de-stem these. But before I do that, I want to go over the ingredients I have from my left to my right in a circular sort of motion. We're going to start with the easy ones. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, cumin, herbs de Providence, Italian seasoning, chives, onion, peppers, hot sauce, not going to say the brand name, oregano, chives, onion powder. We're going to go with seasoned salt. We're going to go with complete seasoning. And finally, garlic salt. All right, I've already chopped up the green pepper off camera. You've seen me chop peppers before. You've seen me chop onions before. But I did save the onion.
There's a reason why we saved the onion, because it's massive.
This thing
It is as big as my hand. It is ridiculous.
This is your brain, ladies and gentlemen.
This is your brain when you're not on drugs.
Yeah, this is an infant's brain.
This is your brain on drugs.
Hey, any questions? All right.
Any questions?
So now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to de-stem these.
You're going to do these by hand or cut them up?
That's the problem with doing them by hand, because it really takes a firm, because these are juicy. They have, as you can see, they drip.
They're very juicy, and they were pickled. So.
Now, I am, just to show you, because I'm not going to do all these on camera, just to show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm just going to slice them in half, long ways, just like that. You can still see the seeds that I'm talking about and the pieces in there. That's where that heat comes from. Let the cameraman get a good shot of that. Drop them in the Ninja. All right?
Drop them in the Ninja.
So, we got a piece of a stem here. The easy way to do this, top of the pepper.
Very carefully, by the way.
Right down. Okay?
We're working with knives.
That's where a lot of the seeds are also. Right on the top there. All right? Throw that away. And it bounces off the rim and rolls in the living room.
Looks like the kitchen wants some nachos, too.
Now, you don't have to trim these down long ways if you don't want to. I'm not going to do all of them that way. I'm just going to do a couple of the really big ones to try to get everything even.
That's that piece of.
Okay, we'll do one more. Okay.
One more.
Right from the top. Now, I will tell you one thing. I have a sharp knife now. I noticed that when I was, over the break that we took, because I'm usually doing these shows now every, 1 to 2 weeks. I'm not doing them every week now because we have so much going on. But when the knives get dull, and I've mentioned this before, it makes it so much harder to cut. If I can take a pepper and watch this. I'm not pressing down. Watch.
It's like a butter.
It cuts through this pepper exactly, just like butter. Now these two, where I'm talking about, these are big. Same preference.
Straight. You can also tell that he's not pushing down because it's not squishing the.
And you can
pepper.
see that. I mean, it's not. It doesn't take much.
But please use caution, folks.
Just real easy. So that's all it is. I'm gonna slice the rest of these up. I want to go ahead and before I go off camera, I want to go ahead and show you just this onion real fast. Smelly onion. All right. Right down the middle. Now this is what I like about a sharp knife. You got to use a little bit of pressure.
Oh, it's fighting back.
Okay. Notice the wiggle. Okay. And if it does seem to give you a little bit of resistance, come here.
Very nice.
Nice smooth cut. You see this little green section here? This is okay.
Yeah, actually.
If it was different, if it was any darker than this, I would go ahead and peel this layer back. But what I'm going to do, just for a reference of time, right on down.
It's like a weeble wobble. It never falls down.
Nice rocking motion with the knife. You don't have to push down hard. Same thing on the other side.
Now we talked about this like before we got on camera that you kind of wanted to make them like stringy kind of onions. Are you still gonna try to do that with this? Or?
Okay, there's a couple. Thank you for bringing that up. There's a couple ways to make nachos. The keys to making good nachos is you want to make sure that the onion doesn't overpower anything. Now, there's a couple things with topping nachos. There are toppings that go on nachos. There are things that people like and don't like. There are ingredients that are cooked in with nachos. For instance, meat and cheese go in the nacho. Sour cream goes on top of the nachos. A lot of people will cook olives in the nachos because you like olives in there. Now, olives can also be a topper. Red pepper flakes usually go in the beef to season the meat to make it spicy. So that's kind of what we mean. With a stringy onion, you have a chance to make them translucent, but these, I'm not going to just go with translucent, which means clear. I'm going to cook these down and get them nice and golden brown, so you've got a cooked onion taste with the nachos. I want that onion taste in there. I don't want these just to be toppers. I want these to be in the nachos.
And we've talked about this before, like that just having onion powder mixed with onions, it like strengthens the onion taste or something along the lines?
That's a good question. The onion powder, as we said before, onion powder. Yes, onion powder is concentrated. Okay, it's in its most potent form. A yellow onion is mild. A Vidalia onion is mild. A red onion tends to be a little bit sweeter. That's kind of how that runs. Now, with this, we're going to chop them up in the Ninja. We're going to do the pepper separate when we come back. We're going to have our ground turkey out. I've got 3 pounds of that. I'm going to brown that up and season that. And we will start plating the nachos. Then we're going to put them in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to have some fun on Cooking with Carter when we will be back in just a minute. We're back on Cooking with Carter. What we've done, we've got our onions and green peppers combined. Now, I've literally let this go about 7 minutes at 350, and this is basically done. I'm going to go ahead and get it in the bowl here. And what Max is doing, Max is breaking up the beef ground turkey for me. I'm just going to scoop up the rest of this lovely onion and green pepper goodness. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add the meat in. Now, ground turkey is not going to be as fatty as beef. It's better for you. You can use ground turkey, you can use sausage, you can use ground beef, you can use a combination. Okay, now I'm going to get this meat not quite all the way done. I'm going to get it as close as I possibly can, and then what we're going to do, we're going to layer this on a hotel pan or a deep dish pan so that it. Okay, let's bring it a little bit further this way to me. Okay. There we go. Good. Now you can see. Just mix that around, get it going. Nice and hot.
That big dude right there in the front of you. That Godzilla. Godzilla meat.
You doing alright?
I'm trying to keep it.
And what Max is doing is sturdying this because with the skillet being so light and so small, it tends to move. Even if we put something underneath it, it's still.
And you can hear it scraping and moving around. So I'm trying to hold it down.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and season real quick. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. Herb de Provence. A little bit of Italian seasoning. And this is just seasoning to taste, teaspoon to a half a teaspoon each. Bit of chive. A little bit of complete. Bit of cayenne pepper. Red pepper flake.
Those onions are still salting me.
Cumin. They're salting me too, brother.
Like, I need goggles. You damn suction to my face.
And do a little stir.
Did you do this one? Really?
Not yet.
Okay. These are the only ones you haven't done.
Hopefully. Oh yeah. Got the smell in here, guys. Woo. Yeah, watch watch that fork too. Max is actually trying to help break up some of the meat, but I told him with the fork, the way that is, it's sharp and it will damage the bottom of this if you're not careful. Now, also,
I'm not pushing through.
A metal spatula will do that too over time, and that can cause a poison. So you do want to be careful, because if it scrapes off the Teflon over time, it will can make someone very sick, and it's not a good idea. So you want to make sure you go really light when you're using a metal spatula. So that is now stirred around.
Now the second half.
Now I'm going to do the second half of the seasonings. And again, these are nachos, is why I'm seasoning so much. Garlic salt. And I don't mean so much as in a lot of each seasoning. I mean so many different types.
Yeah.
Powder. Oregano.
Let go of my oregano.
Or an Eggo waffle.
That's not good.
It's amazing. When that oregano hits, it just brings everything out of there.
The only thing that's coming out of me is tears from those onions.
He's just so emotionally moved right now, folks.
The food is so amazing. Looking. Like spaghetti.
Wow. A little parsley.
Over the top of them. It's gonna chill there? What's going on?
Yeah, it doesn't get a top. It's just for
It
decoration.
only gets the bottom. It's the bottom.
A little seasoning salt.
And last but not least,
A very tiny bit of onion powder.
onion powder. What about this?
Ah, sorry about that.
No problem.
And finally, we had one last ingredient left.
Our hot sauce.
Little
Hot sauce.
nameless brand of hot sauce.
Nameless, but I'm sure everyone knows what it is. Brand of hot sauce. Shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake that hot sauce. Oh, this looks so good on camera.
Oh my gosh. Smell in here. Woo! Wow, look at that. Look at all that stuff in there, all them colors.
All them colors mixed together, making a nice.
We are the world.
Yes, you is.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. Starting to get nice and brown. A little bit of red still in there. That's fine, because we're going to go in the oven and have this finish off.
It'll cook all the way through.
So another 2 or 3 minutes on this.
Oh, I can smell all those flavors together.
Just trying to get it basically brown. Alright, so I would say at this point that the meat is done. What we're going to do when we come back, I'm going to show you how to layer this. We're going to go chips, meat, cheese, onion, peppers, olives, any other toppings we want to use, chips, meat, cheese, so on and so forth. And at the very end, you add a top layer of cheese and sour cream. Now, the sour cream we're going to layer in there as well, but you can kind of put that in where you may, because that's going to be a binding agent. In the oven, 350, preheat it, cook it 15 minutes, take it out, and consume. We'll be back in a bit on Cooking with Carter to show you how this looks. And we're back. The skillet is off, and we've got the first layer of nacho goodness on the bottom. So we figured we'd do the last layer just for the viewers of Cooking with Carter. What we're going to do, we started out with just a layer of basic tortilla chips. You can get them at any local grocer. And I'm going to go in here and just, now here's where you want to be kind of careful because your spatula is going to do the work. Okay, this is the second layer. And you don't have to go crazy with meat. If you got a bigger pan, you can do a little more. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. You're going to get a little bit of hole somewhere, you know. Sometimes it's not going to look too great. But this will look fantastic when it comes up. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just filling in this section first. And as you continue, I don't know if we're going to get a second pan out of this or not. Don't look like we're going to.
If we don't, I'll just eat the rest.
Yeah. Look like we're going to have to be healthy with this one here.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get more stuff on top of this layer.
Oh, yeah, we will.
We're coming over the lid. Going over the top.
Maybe we'll be able to make it work. We got, basically, this little chip over here.
There's a little bit of a gap right there.
That little chip was trying to escape. I had to catch it.
It was trying to escape and be with its brethren in the bag.
Okay, now.
This is our onion and pepper combo.
Mm-hmm. Sprinkle that on there.
Sprinkle that on in there.
I don't know why I done went on Southern half Cajun on you. Sorry about that.
Half Cajun? I thought you were.
Did I say Caucasian? Because I know I'm white. And what Max is doing, and this is kind of the hard, I guess the harder part of it. You've gotta kind of get it in there, but you've got to also kind of spread it around because you don't want it to be, you know, just all onion.
You don't want it to be concentrated in just like one little area. You kind of want it to be even. There you go.
Oh yeah. And now, okay. A little bit on the ends.
Did you get the rest, sir? Oh, Jesus.
Nice catch on the camera. Sorry about that. Max just scared the ever-loving bejesus out of himself.
Yeah, my hand, like, touched the pan, and my brain was like, that used to be hot, and you shouldn't touch it, and it's not hot.
All right, so I got enough onion on now. All right, we're going to do a layer of cheese.
I can do that. Let me just move it to the side.
Move it to the side.
Move to the side. Ooh, gotta break it up.
Yeah. And Max is just going to sprinkle a little bit, and then I'll sprinkle a little bit. Cheese.
That's what you think.
Fine, cameraman. Want to be stingy and sprinkle the cheese? Sprinkle the damn cheese!
I will. Gotta earn my keep somehow. I gotta do this, otherwise you won't feed me.
Does that look like I don't feed you? Oh.
They don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you hear my stomach growl?
A little bit right on this edge over here. Yeah. Okay, now, for this last part, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my spatula.
Just carefully.
And I'm just going to
carefully
push it down. Now, some of these chips are going to crack a little bit.
Gonna creak and crack.
Going to move a little bit.
Like an old house.
Okay, but we're not over the lead yet, so we're okay. It actually is layered well. The middle is fine. Okay, now we got a little bit of beef left in there. Now what I'm going to do at the very top of this, we're going to take our peppers, and I'm just going.
Use that spoon.
Y'all excuse my fingers, folks. This is. You got to be really careful.
Fingers? How disgusting.
And you can see, I'm just gonna.
They're so bright colored too. You can tell where the peppers are
these on.
versus everything else.
Max, if you'll go ahead and start mixing the sour cream.
I need a spoon for that, don't I?
Yep.
I don't use sour cream all that often, or at all, really. I'm sure it's obvious to people who've used it before, but what's the purpose of mixing?
Well, I mean, You sour cream, it usually will liquefy very easy.
Like this already is.
Yeah, it kind of. I mean, it has milk in it, so I mean, you're gonna get some of that to begin with. A little bit on the edge here.
I don't think I got a big enough spoon.
I mean, you can use. Everybody says, "Well, is that all you're putting on your nachos?" You can use tomatoes. You can use whatever you want to use. You can use salsa. These I'm just doing a basic nacho right now.
Pretty tame nacho.
Yeah.
This is really liquidy.
That's okay. I actually kind of want it that way because I need it to be smooth over the.
Very smooth.
Over the.
That's for sure.
Edge of the nacho here. Now, what I'm gonna have Max do? I'm gonna have Max kind of pass it over to me.
You better go before it sinks inside like the Titanic. It's a very creamy.
So we're gonna just.
It's a very creamy sauce.
We're just gonna dollop.
Do it all. Do it all.
And you notice the control that I'm using. Now you're saying to yourself, "Oh, you're getting it all in one area." There's a reason for that.
Because it's spreadable.
That's exactly right.
There we go.
That
Gold
is,
star for me.
Yeah.
I get a cookie.
Too bad we're not in kindergarten anymore. Kindergarten.
Excuse me? Can you?
Yeah, that's
can
where
you
I'm
say
going.
kindergarten?
That's where I'm going back to.
Kindergarten.
And sorry.
As you should be.
Okay. Yeah, really. My
as
goal.
as I feel for the audience has to listen.
My goal is.
I'm sorry.
To use about
Make sure
half a container
get some on that side.
of sour cream, and we're gonna just.
Oh God.
Max just tasted the.
I tasted some of the done meat that's in the skillet, and with everything on it, good lord, does it taste good.
Okay, now got about enough sour cream there, so Max,
You don't say.
I'm gonna just take
It's
the.
really-
Do we have another big spoon so I can actually spread this?
We might. With this.
Yeah. Now, and again, this is not going to be perfect. I've got one more ingredient that I'm going to do on the top.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. What else you doing, Dad? Is it a secret?
Not exactly. Max, would you scrape a little bit more sour cream over on the corner over here? We're going to move the camera one.
Camera's going to go to a new position. What, over here?
Yeah, over here on the end and over on that end as well. Yeah, go ahead and you can use quite a bit because I got to get.
I was trying to find it. He used virtually all of it.
Well, so much for half of the container.
Yeah, half the container has now become the entire container. Nothing wrong with that. Just wasn't expected. It's like trying to ice a cake.
It very much is. Very
Except
much
it's
is.
flatter and less movable.
All right, that's going to be it for that.
That's what you think.
Okay. So we've got the sour cream on there. Now I said I had one more ingredient that I was going to use.
Yep, even a surprise to the cameraman. Oh, we talked about this earlier, and I didn't think it was.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't think it was a real thing. I've never heard of it.
Now, last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use. Well, first thing I'm going to do is open the damn container.
Hey, DJ, what are these bright red things now in the sour cream?
We're going with bacon bits, buddy roll.
Bacon bits? Now, where has this come from in your brain?
Oh, I just like to do things different. So we got a nice little dusting of baking bits on top. And Max, if you want to, we can add one more layer of cheese
Okay.
on top of the sour cream there.
I can possibly finish this bag.
There we go. Nice dusting of bacon bits. And we'll do a layer of cheese to finish that off. And we'll put it in the oven at 350. Okay. You can see this.
My hands barely fit in the package.
Yeah, just a nice, cheesy, lovey-dovey package of goodness, and cheese is going everywhere.
I don't know where you're going with this sentence, but
Ooh.
can we arrive?
God, I'm so hungry. It just...
He's so hungry, his brain is forgetting how words and sentences work.
I don't know what to do.
I think you crossed the line there.
I did? I can't walk. How did I cross the line?
You rolled over a line there. Sir.
Did I flatten it?
Any more than usual?
Man, that's really pretty. All right, so one more time, we'll take our spatula.
Our handy dandy.
Nope.
Spatula. Our handy dandy spatula.
Press down one more time. Press this into the sour cream.
It's like poking through.
Sour cream just go everywhere. Man, that really looks good.
It really does.
Mm-hmm. In the oven, this is going to go. Now, what I probably want to do, I want to sit this on a pizza pan, just in case anything does decide to ooze over. So we'll do that. And I'm actually going to move aside right here. I don't want
I feel like this is going to bend the pizza pan. It's so massive.
We may need to put two of them in there because I don't know if one of them's going to do it. So sit two of them kind of side by side.
I was going to put it on here.
Oh, okay.
Or try to, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to...
With all these dang seasonings in the way. Look at that.
Alright. Oh, look at that. It does work. Wow.
Yep.
You want to sit the pan in first and then sit that on top of the pan, so because I don't know.
How about instead of the viewers looking at a nice table?
Yeah, there we go.
To the folks.
Sorry about that, guys. We had we're cooking, so it's kind of hard. Max is going to go ahead and transfer the nachos into the oven, and all we're going to need on this is about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do it for 18 just to be nice, get that cheese all ooey gooey and melted, and then we're going to have nacho goodness. And that's going to need to go.
There's a extra thing here.
Oh yeah, we're going to need to move one of the racks. Alright, so we're going to put this in the oven once we move the rack. And we'll show you how she tastes. On Cooking with God. I don't know why I said she, I just did. We'll be back in a little bit.
She'll taste good.
Alright, we're back on Cooking with Carter. Let me first show you the masterpiece that came out of the oven. You can see we've cut 2 squares into it. Now this kind of came out like a casserole, so I'm sure you're thinking, oh, you said you're going to do nachos. It's still the same thing, it's just shaped different.
Just because ours is in a pan and you get yours at a fair doesn't make it any less a nacho.
So Mac's going to bite into this thing here.
You're on camera, you bite into it.
Oh, fine.
It is delicious, though.
Man, the cheese and the peppers and the...
Try to get one with all the stuff on it, because it's amazing.
I'm working on it.
Or just suck it up and take something lower than that.
Oh my God.
Yeah? You don't say.
Now, because it's already got the nachos in there, you can take a nacho chip and eat it that way too, but my God. Oh my Lord. You can taste just a little bit of the heat on the back of your tongue from the peppers. But I mean, oh wow. That's good. Well,
It's cameraman approved.
well, considering like that you got drool hanging down to your plate.
They can't see that shit.
That'll do it for this episode of Cooking with Carter, where the meals we make are worth the wait.
We'll see you next time.